Hello, GreenHerb-Gaming, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Doom. In this live stream of Doom, I will be once again asking the question, will I ever complete this map? My previous live stream came to a sudden end because my PS4 decided to crash. So, nonetheless, sit back, relax, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So just a quick update, I am of course playing Doom. This is episode 4 and I am playing on the second hardest difficulty, Ultra Violence, which is why this map is proving to be so difficult. I'm going to get my live chat up on my phone. So apologies to my lovely viewers who are watching my previous live stream when the live stream decided to crash. Sorry about that, but I am back doing what I love to do, which is slay gobshite, aka demons. So anyone wondering what a gobshite is and why I'm calling the enemies in Doom gobshite, basically gobshite is an Irish slang we just use to describe, basically just, I don't know, describe for people who are like idiots. Welcome to the live stream, Damien. Welcome back. It is great to have you back. Thank you for coming back. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy. Did Umbrella Corp do well? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know how well it did in sales, but I personally did not like that game. It was an okay-ish game, and to be honest with you, calling it okay-ish is being very generous, to be quite honest with you. It's okay-ish on a good day, you know what I mean? But it's definitely, like, I would say that Operation Raccoon City is actually a far better game, because it has, first of all, Operation Raccoon City has a campaign, which I think is really good if you're like myself and you're just completely in love with the lore of Resident Evil, the backstory Resident Evil, the fact that you get to see this alternate experience of the Raccoon City incident, you know, from the perspective of the Umbrella Corporation. So a full-on campaign you get with the with Operation Raccoon City. Umbrella Corps is just like, we're going to show a couple of maps from Resident Evil in, it's going to be Call of Duty meets Resident Evil, have fun. Unfortunately for me, I didn't have much fun. Outbreak, what consoles were they on? Outbreak debuted on the PlayStation 2, so there was Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. Both of those games were released and only released on the PlayStation 2. So Resident Evil Outbreak brought Resident Evil online for the very first time. So Resident Evil Outbreak was the first Resident Evil game online. Yep, completely online. The first PS2 model, you needed to buy a separate LAN adapter. So you had to buy this adapter to plug into the back of your PS2 to get it online. The slim model PS2 basically had it built in, so it actually had the Ethernet connection at the back of the PS2, so you could just literally put in your Ethernet cable and you were hooked up. And I remember the first time I went online on a PS2 like that, it was magical. I would use the word magical because at the time online gaming was such a novelty. It was just such a special thing. To play your games online back then was just, man, you were cool if you played your games online, you know? So man, I had my broadband at the time. It was Chorus. They're well gone now, they're known as Virgin Media now. I had broadband, I had a PS2 with the Ethernet connection at the back of it. I had games like Mortal Kombat, Annihilation, sorry, not Mortal Kombat Annihilation, that's the shit movie. I had Mortal Kombat, it was actually Mortal Kombat Deception, and I had Resident Evil Outbreak, 2 PS2 games that you could play online. And yeah, so Resident Evil Outbreak was one of the games I had, and I went online with it. So yeah, it was the first online Resident Evil game. And you know, as I said, like, online gaming back then was really a novelty. I think nowadays it's become so standard, especially with gamers that are kind of like aged, like you said, like 10 and up, 10 or 11 and up. Like, to them, like, if the game isn't online, it's not a game. It's like, what do you mean it isn't online? You know, it's just so standard. But for me, it was, you know, it was just a novelty. Chorus, you see, versus media. Oh man, I feel ancient. I do, man. It was actually Chorus NTL, UPC, and no Virgin Media. It'll probably be called something else after that. It'll probably be Horror Media. It'll go from a Virgin Media to a Horror Media. But yeah, man, I do feel ancient. I can barely remember playing Resident Evil Outbreak. Actually, no, in Europe we actually didn't get Resident Evil Outbreak. No, sorry, in Europe we did get Resident Evil Outbreak 1, but it didn't have online because Capcom were having issues. Either it was Capcom or Sony, I don't know, but there was an issue basically connecting Resident Evil Outbreak online in Europe. So Europe didn't get the online version, but then they released Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, which did have online in Europe, and that was the game that I had and that I went online with. But just going online for the first time for me was just it was just an amazing moment. I don't think anything will match it, to be honest with you. Really, it was just the thought that I could actually be sitting in my home and playing a game with somebody from around the world at that time, when it wasn't really standard, it wasn't really the norm in gaming. It wasn't such an expected feature in the game, you know. So yeah, it was such a magical moment. Nonetheless, I got my ass handed to me in Mortal Kombat online. Now I can kick ass on it versus Albert Wesker. Oh man, WrestleMania, make that happen right now. But I think that Resident Evil Project Resistance is going to be, it's not going to be like Outbreak. I think some fans need to kind of understand that. Some fans are still saying that Project Resistance is Outbreak 3, or that it's going to be like Outbreak. Ever since somebody managed to hack Capcom's YouTube account, they managed to hack into the teaser countdown trailer for Project Resistance. They managed to get into the video and they managed to steal thumbnail screenshots of the game, and once they saw 4 players, they got into their head, okay, online, this is got to be Outbreak 3. And even after the teaser trailer got released, they're like, oh, this is like Outbreak. It's not going to be like Outbreak, it's going to be a completely different, it's going to be online, but like, just because it's online doesn't mean it's going to be Outbreak, you know. This, like, Resident Evil had plenty of online elements. Like, I believe you could actually play a Resident Evil 5's campaign online. That didn't mean that it was Outbreak. I think it's going to be more of a, how could I describe it? It's going to be more of a, I don't know what the word to use really. You're just going up against onslaughts of zombies and monsters, as opposed to, like, Outbreak was more slow paced. It was more laid back. You were going from location to location. You were going into zoos and everything. It was crazy. So yeah, you were in a bar, you were in a zoo, you were in all sorts of locations. I think you were even in the Raccoon City Police Department at one stage. And basically, like, you were just working as a team. So like, you might find a player who might have an item that he or she will give to you, and so on and so forth. It had a lot of team elements in it as well. But yeah, it's Project Resistance is going to be its own thing. It's going to be separate to Outbreak, but Outbreak is where it all began in terms of bringing Resident Evil Online. Oh man, I fell into the box. I can do this. I can do this. When I save, I don't want to save because if I get stuck in here, then see, I'm stuck now. Out of my way, and this leads on. I'm hoping that once I go past the blue door, that it's just going to be exit, Brexit. Lads, you know, if Project Resistance did in fact have a mode where one player can be the mastermind, the scientist who's controlling all these zombies and Mr. X and the lickers and releasing all these monsters into the map against the players, and then, you know, the 4 other players have to take on all the monsters. If that does become a reality, my interactive question is, would you rather be the guy in control of all the monsters, or would you prefer to be one of the 4 survivors and going up against the monsters? Because I know my answer straight away. I would want to be the guy controlling everything. That would be so fucking cool. Because already, like, I know that id Software with the next Doom Eternal, that they have a mode called Battle Mode. Such an unoriginal name, but I really hope that they actually change that name, Battle Mode. It's just such a, I don't know, it sounds so basic. But yeah, they have a mode where you can actually control a demon, and the online, like, and then other players online will have to defeat you as the demon. So id Software are already doing it. So it would be cool if Capcom kind of like were kind of watching that, because that actually got announced a long time ago actually. So I kind of be interesting to see. Try both regardless. I'd be the same. I try both too. I always try both. It's always nice to check out both sides of you know, of the game modes. So yeah, I'd be the same. I mean, I know that the first mode I would try to would be like, I don't know what to call it, because obviously it hasn't been confirmed. I hope it gets confirmed. But I suppose the only way I can call it master mode, because you'd be the master, you'd be the guy controlling. If you control a switch like that, you know, open this door here, and there's, because I like looking at it. This is a teaser trailer. Like, you have to kind of. There's a teaser trailer. The trailer has to provide some bit of information, you know. And if it is an online game, you'll be thinking, you know, everything in that everything in that trailer has to be what you're getting in the game. Like, the last update fucked streaming, I'm sure. I think so. I think you're right. It's messed up with some comments aren't showing up. Broadcasts are being ended. I remember the thunderstorm a couple of weeks ago. God almighty. So close, so far at the same time. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. 90% health. Oh my god. Oh, and who could forget Game of the Year? It's going to be announced also on Thursday, 12th of September at the Tokyo Game Show. The one, the only, Nintendo Ring. That's what it's going to be called from now on. Well, that's what I'm calling it. Nintendo Ring. It's a rubber ring that you put your Joy-Con into. Strap it around your leg, strap it around your waist, put it anywhere. Hours of fun. Switch Fit, Switch Sports. Oh my god. Finish it right back. I'm definitely gonna finish it. And this definitely, it's gonna get finished in the next 10 minutes, I promise you. That's a promise for them. I'm gonna keep it. But I'm just hoping that once I go past that blue door, that's where the exit is. I hope. I gotta say though, joking aside, I'm actually intrigued to see what this thing is actually going to be, this new experience for Nintendo Switch. That's the only title it has right now. Like, it doesn't have any official title. It's going to get officially revealed on the 12th of September. Weird looking thing. I was reading into it, and some people believe that it's actually not going to be what people think. It's not going to be like a full-on like fitness experience like Wii Fit was. Some people think that it looks more like a sociable experience, like social gameplay, like 4 people standing around this thing. Some people think it's going to be like a full-on game, a bit like Wii Sports Resort, or even One to Switch or something like that. And I wouldn't mind, because to be fair, Nintendo has only released one actual full-on casual game in almost 3 years of the Switch being on the market, and that's One to Switch, and they launched with that. So that was way back in March of 2017, again when the Switch launched. That's the only real casual game Nintendo has. Like, when you think of the Wii and the amount of casual games they had, like Wii Fit, Wii Sports, they had games like Big Brain Academy, they had all these really like granny style of games, you know. Whereas, like, you know, look at the kind of games that are on Switch right now from Nintendo themselves. You know, you're talking like a proper hardcore Zelda experience, a hardcore Mario experience. So yeah, they're all there. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So yeah, I can't complain too much about it. What this thing is going to be, this piece of rubber. Like, just, I don't know how it is. Nintendo Ring. Ah, shit. Or Nintendo Band. I'd like to know though what the context of all these different countries around the world mean, because if you actually look at the trailer, like they go like all over the world. I don't know what that's about. Maybe this can take you across the world. Okay, I'm gonna complete this. Let's just fingers crossed now that once I get behind the blue door, that is literally just the exit. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Crazy how much damage you take when you're playing on the blades. Whoa. I actually don't even know where the door is. That's so bad, my sense of direction. Okay, so it's there, so I gotta... Okay. Got it. What? Still alive. Okay, how did I mess that up? No way. Damn it. And I planned that out and everything. I planned my route out and I still went the wrong way. Really? Falling into that fucking toxic river again. What's going on? Why can't I seem to figure out, like... what's going on? Thing is... Oh. If I still get lost. There's too many from there. At least I know where to go with all that stuff. Yeah, I've reached the oh my god stage now, like where I was just going to me, like dying over and over again, and all I can say is oh my god. A bit scared as well. But, like somebody's gonna make a parody meme video of me eventually, and it's just gonna be oh my god, oh my god. This is the part where I want to help them. Okay, I'm thinking. Strategy time now. They're just respawning these fuckers, aren't they? No, not respawning, but they're spawning. So like when I come back out, like there's more there, like, isn't it? Let's see if that is the case. I don't know if that is the case. But I know there's a big red fucking demon lurking around somewhere. And if only he was Firebrand, the guy from Demon Quest. He's a cool guy. I know him. He wouldn't kill me if he let me on. But it's not Firebrand. If that is his name, I don't know if that's his name. I love how I'm talking like a known person, like, he's a video game character, like, and I'm like, alright, that's cool. Shoot me. Well, this strategy sounded a lot better than what it actually is. Let's see if that helps. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? Couple of more attempts. Hello, GreenHerb-Gaming. Welcome to the live stream. It is great to have you. As you can see, I am celebrating the 25th anniversary of Doom by playing the original Doom. I'm on episode 4, still on episode 4. I'm still on this tough map, playing on the second hardest difficulty, and I'm having a terrible time trying to. Just give me 2 seconds, I'm just texting at the same time. So yeah, I'll probably be like, it'll probably be like 10 years from now, by the time I complete this map. Why can't I kill him? Dodgy. Okay. Harness myself with a giant red demon. Ah, look at that. Xander has followed you, Damien. See, I told you, you will get the support. The support will come to you, man. I'm actually so happy now for that. Thank you, Zahandler, for following my buddy. By the way, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Zahander? Xander. Is it Xander or Zirahander? I am terrible at pronouncing names, I'm so sorry. Kill some of these blackheads here, so there won't be as much when I come back, but I don't know a split one right now. This is why I love my YouTube community. This is why I love my viewers. I have the best viewers on YouTube because we all support each other. So might be able to kill him. Oh my god. Maybe not. Oh Jesus. Oh man, okay. Go back to my old strategy. This is just one like heaven. I love seeing that type of support on my channel. This is why I love my community. It's just a welcoming community. We're so friendly to each other, and that's what's great about it. One of the best things about GreenHerb-Gaming, to be honest. So and didn't I tell you now? Didn't I tell you, buddy, that your YouTube channel it's like a seed. It'll grow naturally. You know. So that's what I definitely think that you should actually we should all get Resident Evil Project Resistance. Even maybe you should get Project Resistance as a handler. We'll have a 4-player session. We'll all stream it, and I'm telling you, buddy, your YouTube channel will grow over time. Damn it, I fell into there. Toxic again. Oh man, this thing. Number 442 sub. Congratulations on the 400 plus subs. Damn. That's a lot of subs. Thank you, Damon. I appreciate it. This is why we have an amazing community. All right here on GreenHerb-Gaming. We'll take to see that I actually subscribe to your channel. Yep. I think it'll be on 800 subs by the time I complete this map, to be honest. The number one question is what makes people sub to a channel. I think it depends on the person, and it depends on what they like. Sorry, I answered that question very long and awkwardly. It depends. It could be like let's take this game, Doom. Somebody could be a huge fan of Doom, and they could say, "Oh, I like Doom," and they say, "Oh, God, we're gonna sub to this guy." They could like the person particularly. It really depends, really. Maybe content and personality. That's what I would go with. That's a good answer, actually. That's a good answer. I would go with that, to be honest with you. I think personality is a big thing for me as well. I think the person's personality makes a huge difference. If I came across a YouTube channel, do you know what would turn me off a YouTuber? I know I'm going down the negative road here, but what would turn me off a YouTuber is if I'm looking at the live chat and somebody is desperately trying to get interactive and they're desperately trying to show the YouTuber their appreciation by saying, "Oh my God, I love your content, I love your channel," and the YouTuber is ignoring them. A YouTuber who ignores their viewers is a big no-no for me. I would definitely not subscribe to that person, and I would leave their content right away, and I'd never come back. But yeah, I think personality and content is a huge deciding factor as to why somebody would subscribe. Like, one of the channels I subscribed to recently, now this is a big YouTuber, famous YouTuber, because I suppose there's a difference between like a famous YouTuber and, how can we say, like, I don't know, I don't want to say small time YouTuber because nobody is small time. I don't know, regular YouTuber is the word I would use. Because obviously, sorry. Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job explaining. I subscribe to this big YouTuber called Jack Vale Films. I'm getting his name correctly. He does videos mostly of himself going into Walmart and public places with this pooter, it's called. It basically makes a farting noise, and he goes around and he just makes his farting noises, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. It's my kind of humour. I don't like overly complicated humour. I don't like dumb humour, as in just like, I just don't like retarded humour, if that makes sense. You can't beat a good old-fashioned fart noise. So I came across his YouTube channel. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and that's my decision for subscribing to his channel. Was he made me laugh. He made me really laugh, properly laugh. That's a big YouTuber. I suppose, like, for a regular YouTuber, yeah, I'd say personality and content as well. I think the big thing as well is somebody who's really themselves. You know, is a huge deciding factor for me as well. So it's, you know what, it's a tough one, the handler. It's a tough one, really. It is the number one question. Like, why do people subscribe to our channel? You know, but I think when anyone who does subscribe to our channel, I think it's always, you know, it would make you just feel so appreciated. The fact that they would take their time to not only check out your content, but to actually decide to subscribe to your content as well. It's, oh my God, look at the damage I'm taking. Jesus, man. You take so much damage when you're playing Ultra Violence, it's crazy. personality is definitely a big thing. I think a genuine, sincere, honest personality is something I would go for. Like if I came across a YouTuber who was playing like a game, like let's say a competitive multiplayer game, and he was like, I'm the best in the world, look at this guy, he's shit, I trash every single person in this live chat, I'd be like, go away, cocky bastard, you know what I mean? I don't have time for that, you know. I would be subscribed to that guy, you know. Yeah, it's a big question. It's a big question that, you know, could have a very big answer. You know, that ultimate decision that leads somebody to subscribe to your channel. Shit, I would fall into the toxic group then. Okay, I'm gonna have to limit this because I will be up all night otherwise. I'm gonna say 4 more attempts, maybe a short little chit chat, and then we'll officially end the live stream. Okay, so this is 1 of 4 attempts. Okay, so it's the first attempt. It's not going to go too well, is it? It's to go a different direction. Okay. So this is the second of 4 attempts. Oh, actually, I just saw something actually. For me, this is an interesting one actually for me. I don't know if people would agree with this, but every time I get a new viewer, I subscribe to them. Like literally, if a viewer checks out my content and if I have not already subscribed to them, I will actually subscribe to them, because this is how I look at it. And I know you might say, like some people might say like I'm kind of overreacting here a little bit, but this is honestly how I look at it. A person who checks out my content are choosing to watch my content over watching a movie, TV show, Netflix, listening to music, reading a book, playing a video game, reading the newspaper. Like that person could be doing anything with their life in that moment, but they chose to go onto my channel and watch my content. And especially when they leave a comment saying like, hello, good content, you know. Once I see somebody on my live chat that I haven't subscribed to already, boom, I subscribe to them straight away. Because that's exactly what it is, man. It's actually appreciation. You're spot on there, man. It's about the appreciation. Like I appreciate so much the fact that they're taking the time to check out my content when they could be doing anything else. You know? And you know what? I never ever want to become a famous YouTuber. And I'll tell you why. Because what I just talked about there, appreciation, about when somebody decides to check out my content over anything else. I've seen big YouTubers, and I've seen people like donate money to them, and I've seen people like donate like $100 to these people's YouTube channel, and these YouTubers are so used to it. Like they're so used to being this big YouTuber who makes so much money. They're like, oh, thank you GreenHerb-Gaming for the one. No, I didn't sub. I'm just using it as an example, by the way. Oh, thank you GreenHerb-Gaming for $100. And that's literally it. Because if somebody gave me €100 for my YouTube channel, I would be like, I'd be floored. I'd be floored with the appreciation. I really would, 100%. So, yeah, that's so always the handler. I'm giving an extremely long answer to your question, but I think 101% of the time that is the main reason why I actually subscribe to a YouTube channel. Somebody who checks out my content, because it's all about the appreciation. It's all about. Okay, can I do it? Can I do this? All these. If they weren't in that direction, I'd be able to do it. Okay. This is the third attempt, I think. I think for the fourth attempt, I'm gonna make myself a cup of milk, because that seems to give me the motivation. There's a third save went on. Yeah, I'm thinking of that actually. I'm thinking of that. You see, the thing is, it really has to be good health. It really has to be good health, because if it's not, then I need to start with the map. See, right now I have 37% health. I don't know that's good health. If I have like 80 health and I'm like up to the top of that area, I might go for it, but oh my god. Damn it! Damn it! If I didn't get hit there, I would have been okay. This is the fourth attempt. I'm just going to very quickly pop into the kitchen for a cup of milk. I need some milk. That's the motivation. We'll have no ammo regardless, I'm guessing, but I'm no expert, so never mind. Yeah, I'm going to have no ammo as well. See, the thing about the health is that if I save, if I'm halfway there with like 20% health and I die, so I will save it if I get to like 70% health, like when I'm running towards the blue door. But if I don't, yeah, it's such a frustrating map. Thinking of the Doom Annihilation movie, the second Doom movie. It's going straight to DVD and Blu-ray at the end of the year. That's how bad of a movie it is. You know, it's one of those movies that's proper bad, like really bad. Right, I am re-energized. Right, let's do this. Wait, champ, got my phone. Where's YouTube gone? Where's that? I just closed YouTube by accident. Sorry. Where are we? Live stream. Anyone see It Chapter 2 yet? I have not seen that yet. And do you want to go see it? I'll actually go see it with you if you want. So I still haven't seen that. It looks like a really good horror movie. Fourth and final attempt. Have you seen it? No spoilers. No spoilers. I'm only joking. I remember seeing the first movie, and it actually shocked me. Like, it was like, whoa. That one particular scene. like takes too much art. I know I said that I was going to have fourth and final attempt, but let's just say until I finish my cup of milk. Is there actually a figure? Is there actually a figure of Pennywise in GameStop? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. That's about the only thing that... Look at the... Oh man, I gotta save this. Look at the gobshite. Look at the demon. He's photobombing. He's photobombing my stream right now. Might pick it up soon. Man, that would be cool. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to save that screenshot. Look at him, man. He's completely photobombing my stream. That's so funny. But yeah, that's about the only thing GameStop are good for right now is merch. Okay, so fourth and final. Well, no, actually, until I finish my my cup of milk. 40 or... It's not too bad. Actually, not too bad. It's actually so funny. The original It movie gets so much flack, you know, because it's such a different time. Like, movies looked so different back then. It's actually kind of it's actually kind of lousy, to be honest. But I suppose it's like comparing the modern Batman movies to the original Batman movies, or even the original Batman TV series for that matter. I suppose they're all different in their own perspective. Going to pick up some Supernatural merchandise too before it ends. That would be nice to have yourself an actual like souvenir, so to speak, of your journey with Supernatural. Because that's a long journey, man. I mean, the only thing I can compare that to for me would be the Resident Evil movie series, because that started in 2002 and finished in like 2016 or something like that. So, I mean, to put it into context, like I was in like second year. Could have even been first year, I don't know. Either first year or second year. When the first Resident Evil movie came out, and it was only a couple of years ago that I saw the final movie. So that's just boom. That just shows that journey right there. Tim played him really well. So I was getting your other comments there. Sorry, 8 years ago was really good. Yeah, it was that's exactly what it is. It was good for its time, and that's, I see, unfortunately, you see, it's all about the next generation. Like the next generation of people will look at it and they'll just say, "What the hell is this shit?" But you know, for its time, it was great. Like it gets so much slack, like. To go the other direction here, because I can't go this way. It's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to change my strategy a little bit again. Oh wait, no, I have no comments on my phone. See, they're not showing up again now on the PS4. One movie that will never age, Green Mile. I've seen that many years ago. It's actually a quality movie. There's a lot of movies that just will not age. You know, regardless of the times, they will just never age, and that is definitely one of them. Oh shit! What the heck's happening here? try to defeat as many gobs as possible, because that's what's causing the problem. When I'm running back here, there's so much of them. Wait, let's change things up a bit. Okay, I have 8 shotgun shells. It's actually unbelievable the amount of damage you take when you're playing on amount of violence. Ah, look at him, he's right in front of me. That's the door you need the blue thing for. Wait, what? Are you serious? Oh no, this door here, yeah, this is where I need to go back to. But see, like, I have to go, like I don't have it yet, so I have to go all the way back here. Just really annoying, because and I get trapped and cornered by all these gobshites. They're all coming from this direction here, I can see. If only I could get him. But I can't. Oh, it's just too much. Well, can I go around here like a shark goes? I can't. No, I can't. But I can. Wait. This one. This is a weird joke. Right. So right now I have the red key card. Shit. Like, I know for a fact he's going to take more than 17 shotgun shells. So he is like. Do you know what? Just chance it. Oh, that's just not fair. Once you fall into that toxic river, there's no going back. Oh, what am I doing? How do you see? He's down there now and he's taking no damage. How is that fair? Look at him. He's taking that. He's happy over himself. Little bastard. Look at that. I still have my milk. But once I finish my milk, that will be the end of the stream. I hate ending streams when I don't have the map completed, but it's just the way it is. He's shooting as well. That's a bit weird. What's going on? Who's he shooting? What the fuck is going on? Right. Wait. Oh no. Sorry, there's something that's happened when I did this right, and I was like, it's like one of those situations. Did I leave the oven on? That kind of a situation, but that's cool. Right. I wonder. Oh. Oh, no way. Attention. No, I'm dead. See, if I kill the gobsites before I run back, you know, that might be the trick. Right. Excuse me. How? So he's dead. Save. Okay, we're in a slightly better situation. Slightly. Fuck, I saved it. I would have went apeshit if I hadn't saved it there. Right, let's just forget that area. What I could do with the shotgun shells, but I just won't use that faulty lift, which is what it is. It's a completely faulty lift. Right, where is the fucking thing? Right. Save. Did I get more health? I thought I had 70 health when I saved. Oh well. Oh, my phone is acting up again, you know. Okay. Right. Let's do this. But my health has been. Oh, I was looking at my armor instead of my health. That's with her there right now. See, the problem is there's still a ton of enemies. Because they're respawning, you see, it's just happening. They're fucking. How do I get up there then? Okay. Ooh, I didn't see him. And then, this thing. Oh, no way. Oh my fucking god. Oh, shit, man. There's no way, like. I think it's just wasting my time killing all those damn because Oh, Jesus. Please be the exit. Yes. Yes. Fuck. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. One damn enemies flanked. That is literally exactly what I wanted to happen. The exit right behind the blue door. Hell beneath. And that's the first map, by the way. That's the first of many maps of episode 4. Oh my god. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. And thanks for your input as well, man, because you actually taught me about behind the devil symbol thing, that you had to go behind it. And if it hadn't been for your reminders to save, I probably would have been in a much worse situation. So thanks for being interactive, thanks for your input and guiding me through this map. So I really appreciate that, and more importantly, thanks for watching the stream. Really appreciate your support, man, and I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you on the next live stream of Doom. And if that was the first map, you can only imagine. This is what we're in store for. This is what we're in store for. I'm gonna say it. Look at this. Thanks, buddy. Good night, buddy. Look at this. This is what I am in store for in the next live stream. I don't even want to wake up now. I don't even want to wake up after seeing that. I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight just thinking of that. I'll just make sure that I have this saved. Holy shit. Good night, buddy, and thank you so much for watching the live stream. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for being interactive and helping me through this extremely difficult map. And thank you for the like as well, man. It is much appreciated. And good night. I'm gonna have nightmares thinking of this map. Oh my god, insane. So thank you to everyone who watched the live stream. You all know who you are. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, sleep well, and I will see you in the next live stream of Doom.